About a month or so ago, we got an email about whether or not to fire this pet sitter. This married couple that likes to travel a good bit, and they don't have any kids. They've just got the dogs, and having a pet sitter is important because that's their babies. And they took a little bit of a trip, and when they came back, she noticed a condom wrapper that was kind of underneath the couch, kind of caught up with the curtains. And she's like, okay, my husband and I don't use condoms, so what's going down here? And so they got a little bit suspicious, and she felt like it was a violation of the pet sitter who brought somebody into their house that could have access to the home, could have taken something, maybe now knows how to get into that. And she said that's just not something that's, you look after the pets. You don't get to treat this like it's your own house.
You don't get to have company.
Yes.
You don't get to entertain with your privates.
Right. So when they confronted her about it, she got all offended. And she's like, you know what? If you guys don't trust me, I'm just not going to pet sit for you again. And the husband got upset because he's like, look, we have a hard time finding somebody that you trust. We found somebody that you did trust, and now you've kind of chased them away. So he went running back after her and I guess upped how much money they were going to pay her, almost doubled it. He
is annoying. Why would he undermine what his wife wanted to do, which is not have that pet sitter back?
Because he wanted to go to the Keys last weekend.
Ugh, I don't like him in this story.
Okay. Well, the one thing that she did not have, she didn't have cameras. And so she went and got, some stuff installed so she could kind of see what's going on.
You can put nanny cams up now that no one even knows you put a camera up. Mm-hmm. They're so small and hidden.
Yeah. So they wound up going to the Keys over the weekend, and she said while they were out, she got an alert on the very first night at about 11 p.m. that there was somebody in her living room.
Now, is the pet sitter supposed to be sleeping over, or they just come and check on the pet randomly?
I think she had said maybe in the first email that they just were checking. I think that's what she'd said in the first one.
They don't stay there and watch the house as well. They just come and go, feed the pet, and excuse themselves.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's why I think
that seems a lot cheaper than having somebody stay at your house. Stay at your house seems expensive.
Right. So she goes and she checks. I guess when you get an alert, you can go right to your phone. You can see what's going on. And the person who was in her living room, it's her brother-in-law.
Her brother-in-law?
Her brother-in-law was in their living room. He had a pizza in his hand. Now, this is my brother-in-law that I think she kind of has some problems with. She does mention in a snide tone that he still lives with his parents and he's 39.
So it is her husband's brother, who's kind of a loser.
Yep.
Oh.
She goes to her husband. He calls his brother right away. He won't answer, and she can see him sending the call to voicemail.
I am watching you, you moron. Oh, no. Why does he have a key to our place? If we don't trust him and we don't think he's a mature adult, why would we give this guy a key to our home?
Here's the thing, they didn't. Next morning, her husband calls his parents. And he's like, where's the emergency key that we gave you?
Oh, no.
Gone. Yep. So our weekend was actually ruined anyway because my husband was so mad. We left early on the next day and got back home. And my husband confronted his brother face to face. It was ugly. And now my husband is fighting with his whole family. And the whole weekend was ruined.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Now, they don't definitely know that he did the condom wrapper because I guess apparently they didn't get to that, but
we know. We don't need to go any further here. We know.
Yeah, so that's where it is. So we don't have complete confirmation of where it went, but
Thanksgiving's going to be awkward.
Well, how upset I guess he's fighting with his own parents because he's like, why would you give him? And they're like, we didn't. He just came in and took it. So how accountable do you hold the parents?
You don't. They have a squirrely kid who's not doing right by anybody. It's not the parents' fault that he came and took the key. Mm-hmm. Moving forward, nobody has a key to your home but you and your spouse. You can't trust these people.
Well, somebody pointed out, too, that you would think the brother would be your immediate fit for the pet sitting. So how much of a loser is this guy that you would not entrust him to watch after your pets? So that probably says a lot. And they just probably have built up resentment. I mean, the guy's 39. I'm sure he's had a lot of issues.
And look, if you have to be 39 and move back in with your parents for a couple months to get your act together, that happens. But if he's 39 and he's never left and he's just been there, that tells me everything I need to know about him.
Yeah, and people are pointing out too the fact that the parents, that there's a fight that's even going on right now, that you can see the years of enabling that has gone on, where they've defended him, protected him, and he's never held accountable. Because in a sense, it's really breaking and entering when you're in somebody's house, even if it is your brother's, and you're not supposed to be there, and they didn't give you the key for access.
And you brought company. And you had relations on my sofa?
You think, again.
I know.
You're jumping ahead.
I am not jumping anywhere. If there's a condom wrapper, somebody banged on my sofa and I'm not happy.
When they caught him, the only thing he brought home was a pizza. So he did not have any lady friend with him at that time.
Who is this lady that's hooking up with him? He's probably lying to her.
She's a gem.
He's probably lying to her. She thinks that's his crib.
Yeah.
He's not saying this is my brother's place.
Yeah. So there we go. That's what it looks like. So if you've got somebody that's watching your key, maybe just check back. Hey, where do you keep that spare key that we gave you to get to our house?
I don't think there's going to be any spare keys.
Yeah.
Not when you got a brother like that, squirrely in the family.
No, I think you go to your parents, you take it back.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Got another email here for a KVJ Court. It says, my boyfriend wants to call me his wife. Says, I've been with my boyfriend for almost 11 years. We have both chosen to not have children, so we never really made a big deal out of marriage. Well, the other day, my boyfriend referenced me as his wife, and I corrected him right then and there, and he said, well, it's like we're married. And I responded, well, we're not. So he thought what I did was rude. And he said that I made him look foolish for correcting him and questioned why I was so stuck on being only a girlfriend. He accused me of wanting to make it look like I was more available than I am. I said, look, I'm as available as a girlfriend can be, which is not at all. I mean, I'm not going to cheat on you, so why does that even matter? Why would you call me your wife? I then reminded him that marriage is not what we have. Marriage comes with legal complications, which we do not have. I could just get up and walk out as your girlfriend, and we don't have anything binding us. I just think it's weird to lie about our status, and I don't want to disrespect people who have taken vows to one another to be married. Was I wrong for how I handled it? Should I just go along and be like, yeah, I'm his wife, and let him call me his wife, even though he doesn't want to buy a ring or take on that kind of commitment and obligation? So it sounds like it's his part too, where he likes being free and only boyfriend, girlfriend, even though they've been together for 11 years. But now he's like, I'm just going to start calling her my wife. And she's like, no, you're not. Is she making a fight out of nothing? Should she go along with it?
This is a weird fight.
It is a weird fight. He got butthurt because I guess it was a conversation with somebody else, and he's like, well, and this is my wife. And he's like, no, we're not married.
Okay, they're both weird because I don't understand why you're with him for this long, but now you're like making a big deal that you're not married. 11 years, you're kind of common law married at this point. And I know that that's not a thing everywhere, but to the outside world, you two look like a married couple. So why are you making a big deal of it in public when there's people around you and you're trying to belittle him by saying, no, we're not? Do you want to be or do you not want to be?
She's salty. Here's what I think. I'm reading between the lines. I have no idea. I'm just, from what I read from this, I have a feeling that she would like to be married. He's put it off because he doesn't want that commitment. Now, 11 years into it, she's got a little bit of resentment about the situation. She's like, fine, I'm your girlfriend. But then, no, you can't not put a ring on it and not make that commitment and then start calling me your wife. Like, you're getting everything you want out of this. I'm not going to allow you to call me your wife. I'm your girlfriend, have been for 11 years. You're the one that has decided to not make that plunge. So don't even try to call me your wife and, get everything you want without giving up something. And I think that's kind of where she gets a little bit salty with it. Now, should she have done that? That's kind of an interesting question, when you call things out and other people are there. I've seen that where some people are like, no, you should have let me lie.
It's a cry for help. If she truly wants to be married and he won't ask her to marry him, and they've been together 11 years, and now she's saying stuff like this in public. She wants to embarrass him. She wants to make a statement that this is not what I chose. This is what he chose.
I think they need to have a conversation.
Not in front of other people.
Sometimes your emotions, you may never say anything, but eventually your emotions will show themselves. And I think this is a situation where her emotions showed, and she doesn't want to, but you got to address this. You need to talk to him.
Do you want to be married to him or not?
I think you need to have that conversation.
Have it with yourself first.
Yeah, I don't know that I think she may have just realized that you actually want to be married and you take offense when he calls you the wife and he won't make the commitment. So just have the conversation, let him know.
Yeah.
And figure it out. And you're right. My question is, should you ever call out and correct somebody right then and there if you're talking to somebody in public, or do you let the lie go?
I would let the lie go, and we discuss this privately because I respect my partner and I don't want to humiliate them in public. Once you cross that line of, I don't give a crap if I humiliate him in public or her in public. Once you cross that line, you've lost respect in your relationship, and now you look a mess in front of people, and it's embarrassing.
Right, and that's what he said. He said he was embarrassed. He said you didn't have to do it that way. And she's like, well, don't call me your wife. I'm not your wife. So
yeah, they're both a mess. I don't like either
I
one
so
of them.
too. Yeah, they got to decide if they still want to be together.
What are you?